G'day everybody! Welcome to another vlog. And today I'm in the iMEV, the best little EV on the planet. I want to talk about something that's actually quite big though. Yes, a semi. So as you know, with electrification of transportation, trucking seems to be sort of going under the radar at the moment. Obviously you have the Tesla Semi. I think Daimler working with a company in the USA to make electric trucks as well. Volvo, I think, I'm not sure. Nikki Gordon-Bloomfield from Transport Evolved had a story recently on buses and electrified trucks. But what I want to talk about is an Australian company that has come up with something different. So yeah, this Australian company seems to solve the problem of electric trucks. Now, there's a bit of sort of misinformation out there about electric trucks. People sort of assume that the trucks have got to travel huge distances and therefore have to have huge battery packs and be able to recharge super fast. This is the path that Tesla are taking with the Tesla Semi. Big chargers, big batteries, and you keep on driving. But this company seems to have figured it out because in Australia, you cannot drive for more than 5 hours without having a 15-minute break. You've got to have a 15-minute break in every 5-hour stint. Or a 15-minute break in every 5 hours or 15 minutes, I think it is, something like that. Or it might be half hour, I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, 5 hours. So, you are driving a truck in Australia on a freeway for 5 hours, you're going to travel exactly 500 kilometres because they're speed limited to 100 kilometres an hour. Simple math, really. I mean, even I can figure that one out. So, what does this mean? It means the trucks only have to have a range of around about 500 kilometres. That is it before they need to stop. Now when they stop, they can recharge. Yes, so I'm going with this. So range more than 500 kilometres in a truck isn't really needed. Now this company, I think they're in Queensland, I'm not sure, I can't even remember their name at the moment, but yeah, they've found a way to make a current truck that exists today drive for between 500 and 600 kilometres in a B double format, which is two trailers, and effectively recharge in 3 minutes. Pretty fucking groundbreaking stuff, really, when you think about it. 3-minute recharge and get 500 kilometres, that's pretty cool. So how do they do it? Well, they're basically converting existing trucks these types with a big nose on the front, I don't know what they're called, the cab over designs or the cab on the front, it doesn't seem to matter. They can convert any truck for around about $80,000. And what they're doing is they're putting in a 650 kilowatt hour battery into the front of the trucks. Think battery swap, that's exactly what it is, it's a battery swap. China battery swapping seems to be doing pretty well. It seems to be pretty popular and they got it working. Tesla tried it in the past and well, it didn't work. And for private vehicles, it's just not needed. Majority of private vehicles only travel less than 50 kilometres a day. On road trips, you've got the fast charger network, either through Tesla, NRMA, other companies now in Australia. You don't really need a battery swap. So basically what happens with this company is you pick up your fully charged, fully loaded truck, you head up to Queensland or Brisbane, and you stop at Taree 5 hours later. Battery's flat, you pull into a charge station, and you replace the battery while the driver is having his mandatory legislated 15-minute, half an hour break. And in that time he's had his break, the car has been effectively recharged with a fresh battery put in the front. Now, looking at their website, the way they do it is actually quite ingenious, really. I mean, trucks aren't built like cars. They're literally just a massive ladder chassis, engine and gearbox, and a cab bolt on the top. Cab can be any shape, but underneath they're generally the same sort of, they're the same construction. They're big chassis, engine, gearbox, the whole lot. Cab any cab, just drop the top and off they go. Just go look at any truck smash repairers and you'll see exactly what I mean. So, but the way this battery thing works, they basically just open the front of the truck, drive a forklift into it, pull the battery out, which replaces the engine and gearbox. It's probably lighter, same form factor, similar shape, fits in there, just slide straight into the chassis. Easy, really. And like I said earlier, it's available today. I mean, current trucks existing on the road today can be converted, and for surprisingly cheap, $80,000 to convert a truck. And the way the pricing works is that you rent the battery. When you say driving from Sydney to Taree, you pull into Taree, you swap the battery out, you pay $140 to get the battery which will take you to the next stop 5 hours up the road. 140 bucks. How much would that cost in a B double truck burning diesel? To be honest, I have no idea. I don't drive trucks. But apparently it works out a lot cheaper. About 500 bucks for a trip to Brisbane, as opposed to $1,000 if you're burning diesel. That's pretty good. The other side of the trucking thing, or the transport sector emissions, is, well, public vehicles such as, well, not like this one, this is electric, obviously, charged from solar. But every car on the road out there burning petrol is responsible for about 15% of Australia's emissions. 50-something% of those are private vehicles, the other half is commercial vehicles. That brings me to vans. As we know, vans spend a lot of time in the city. Actually, funny enough, so do trucks. Apparently most of the trucking mileage, according to the ABS data, is in the city. It's only a small percentage of trucks that actually do the interstate runs. So even if you can just convert the trucks that run around town every day from the freight depots into the cities, supermarkets, shopping centres, that sort of thing, you're going to make a big dent on Australia's emission. I have no idea what they are, but they're growing on the side of the car. I think they might contribute to some drag and might cause some deficiency in range. I might have to do something about that. So yeah, that brings me to commercial vans. In a past life, I used to drive a courier van around Sydney, and my average daily usage was around about 250 kilometres, average around about 1,000 kilometres a week, 200 kilometres a day. Now, people are going to say these things like the Nissan V200s, all these vans come out with between 200 and 300 kilometres worth of range. That's all they need. They don't need to go 500 kilometres, 600 kilometres, because every day they're going back home or back to a depot where they can recharge overnight to do another 200 kilometres the next day. You don't need massive ranges. And they're also driving it in urban areas mostly too. So you've got a lot of regen. So you're not actually using as much energy as you think. So a 300 kilometre range in a van is more than enough. 200 k's probably cover 99% of courier drivers out there. So vans don't need big batteries. They don't need the big range. Now I'm wandering around here trying to think what else to say because my mind has now gone blank and I've just... It's a little alien. So yeah, so has this company in, wherever they are, in Australia, with a battery swap technique, have they got the jump on Tesla with the Tesla Semi? I don't know, Tesla Semi I think will be successful obviously, and other electric buses, electric trucks I mean. But yeah, but being able to convert the existing fleet of trucks to electric for a relatively small amount considering the price of a truck, those things aren't cheap. Go into truck sales and price some of these trucks, they're not cheap at all. You're talking well over $250,000. So $80,000 for a truck to convert it, to save all that money in diesel. Come on, government. You had some incentives to get truck drivers to do that, or owner operators to do that sort of thing. That'll work out really well. But end of the day, you know who's going to drive this? The accountants. The ones who sign the checks to pay the fuel bills every month when you've got a fleet of semi-trailers out there. I'm sure some of those companies like Toll and Linfox will be paying millions of dollars a year in fuel. Now, if they can run electric trucks, the accountants can look at the amount of money in savings. Sure, you might add an hour to the total trip over a long run, or with these 3-minute battery swap things, probably not. It'll probably be exactly the same amount of time. But if they're going to save millions of dollars in fuel every year, you know what companies buy electric trucks, don't you? The ones driven by, have accountants. So, that's my thought on semis. Trucks, that is. Oh, and the final thing we to do with that is, all those batteries being charged on the grid, that's another comment people are going to say, oh, they're charged on the grid can't handle it, blah, 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 blah. Solar farms people, and there's a ton of batteries sitting on the grid waiting to be picked up by trucks that can provide grid balancing services. Income source, right there. That's my latest vlog. This is another Rivian t-shirt with a Mitsubishi iMove. So once again, thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves, hope you're well, I hope to catch up with you all sometime in the future one day. And drive safe. Oh, like, comment, subscribe, say hi to the learner driver passing by me right now there, learning to drive in a nice safe environment. See ya. Take care of yourselves. Bye. So, that's it. This vlog is now done. Okay. Mental blank straight off the bat. Very good. And I have no idea why there's all these little bugs buzzing in the camera right here. It's kind of weird. I smell that bad. Look at this lovely place. Observatory, Sydney. Behind me here, a big storm.